Hey guys, welcome to today's video. And in this video, you're gonna see that even me, I am confused on what to do with this deal. So you're gonna see the confusion of what to do. Now, typically when you go through this home and you see all the pictures of it, you're gonna be like, no, it's just straightforward. What's so confusing about this? There's so many things going on with this home, and it's in a perfect area where it can be redeveloped, rezoned. So there's a lot of different things that can be at play here. So let's click that subscribe button while you're here. Let's hit the bell so it alerts you when we do new videos. But let's get right to this video so you can start to see what it is we're going to do with this home.
Ain't nothing gonna stop this fire.
I can't believe this business is so incredible, and if I can do this, every single one of you can do this. Every single one of you.
Something higher. Ain't nothing gonna stop this fire.
Hey guys, Cody Hofhine here with Wholesaling Inc., the #1 wholesaling coaching program in the nation. And I'm excited to be here with you guys because you've got to know that I'm going to get vulnerable here. I'm really confused on what to do with this deal. Now, typically you'd see me come out and be like, oh man, we know exactly what to do. We're going to fix and flip this, or we're going to simply wholesale this, or we're going to simply do this or that. I'm confused on this one. So I want you to know that even after doing hundreds of homes and hundreds of wholesale deals, this is still very confusing for me on this particular deal. The reason I say that is because we're in an area that's just outside of downtown Salt Lake. It's in a very desirable location. But as you go through here, there's a few things on this street. A lot of people have actually ripped out homes and put in like 4-unit apartments, fourplexes, 8-unit apartments. And there's very few homes left on the street. And so when we originally put under contract, we're thinking, man, this will be an easy, straightforward, like fix and flip. We just had one that we just got done with that our team is done, so we're ready for our next fix and flip, ready to take on our next opportunity to just actually rehab a home and put it back on the market. But then as I drive the neighborhood, because I didn't put it under contract, my acquisition manager did. As I drive this neighborhood and I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, there's actually a lot more options here. Do we keep it for a long play? Because now we just found out, and I don't think it's coincidence, we walk up and the kind neighbor next door had mowed the lawn here for the home that we have, that we're gonna be purchasing. They have it mowed, they're taking care of the yard, they're watering the lawn, and I couldn't believe it. And then she comes up to me and she says, hey, what do you plan on doing with this home? And I'm like, that's what we're trying to figure out today. I'll figure out what we're trying to do. She's like, just so you know, I really don't want to give up the water rights that are with this home and with her home, the one next door. So now we just found out today, not only is this in a desirable location where you can kind of change the zoning, put in maybe a 4-plex and 8-plex because it's got good property like square footage, acreage, but it also has water shares. So they don't pay for their water. It's literally free. So $100, maybe $150 a month in watering that they have to do for their yard, it's all covered. It comes with this water share. And you only lose it if you don't use it for 5 years. So one thing that I'm gonna give you a quick tip, maybe a quick gold nugget that I learned today was how much the neighbors know. Had she not been here, had I known we had a water right, I don't know. Would title have picked up on that? I don't know. So this taught me something today. I think from here going forward, it's almost gonna be mandatory that our acquisition managers or whoever comes out to meet with the property and put it under contract with the property owners, that they talk to the neighbors and start to find out a little bit more about the neighborhood. What's going on in the neighborhood? What has changed? What have you liked about the neighborhood? What don't you like about the neighborhood? Because we learned some important things today that I just don't know if I would have known these things. Because if you don't use the water shares, you lose the water shares. And so you want to keep going with that. Those are valuable here in Utah. People pay for those water rights because that's free water to water this whole entire yard that they don't have to pay for ever because they own the shares to that water. Pretty impressive stuff. So that's one quick tip that I took away from this. But as you go through this home, it's got some cool things. Here's where I think it's really fun. As you can tell, there's a lot of dated but clean. It's a clean home but dated. Like I feel like I'm in my grandparents' home. It's really like a cool feeling. But with that, I'll tell you, there's some cool old stuff here. In here we found, in fact, Look how cool. So as you go through like the attic space and stuff, I mean, who knows? These are like the same style gloves that you see like Cassius Clay, right? Muhammad Ali wearing. It's not the new school ones. I mean, these are old antique boxing gloves. So there's some fun stuff that comes along with finding these older homes, because a lot of times individuals are going with us and they're wanting us to buy the home because we're buying it as is. And part of that is that they don't have to clean out the house. That is another tip worth writing down. When you're meeting with sellers, I want you to realize that we talked about this in another video. You don't want to be just like everyone else, that you can say we buy cash, we close quickly, or we buy as is, or there's no real estate fees or commissions. Everyone is using that exact same pitch. So what we do over and above is little things like we find out what are their stress. Hey, when selling this, is there anything that's stressing you out that we could help with, that would help in the process? And a lot of times they're like, I don't know how we're gonna move out this stuff. I don't know how we're gonna clean out this house. And so we reassure them, listen, as is, that also means whatever you don't wanna take, leave it. We'll take care of it for you. We'll be able to move it out, rent a dumpster for the day, whatever it is, we will take care of it. Don't worry about that. Don't allow that to stress you out, because we'll take care of that. Just take what you want, leave the rest to us. And they're like, man, you're okay with that? Because we might leave it all. And we're like, yeah, that's fine. But that's what differentiates yourself from everyone else that just says cash offer, as is, no commissions, no closing costs, close quick. Everyone says that. So find ways that help relieve stress, that help solve problems. And on this particular deal, this one, we're gonna be purchasing this home for $274,000. Now, here's the killer thing. There was an offer that was quite a bit, like a lot more than us. There was an offer for a little over $300,000 on this home. Why did they not go with that? Why did they not do it? The seller didn't feel good about the individual. He felt like there was some misinterpretation, and he's trying to really get him to sign this contract and sign things. And he's like, I don't really want to agree to that. And so he didn't feel good about it. You don't always have to be the highest price. And that's another thing that we continue to learn. When you serve people and solve problems, you don't always have to be the highest offer. You don't have to be the highest bidder. You can be someone that is quite a bit less in offer, but you bring more in value that really solves their problem, solves all the stress that they're feeling when it comes to moving. Ultimately, this home, I am still gonna have to probably do a recap on this. We're probably gonna have to come back to this, because I think I'm gonna have to really sit down with the business partner, Mark, and talk about what is our strategy. I think I'm gonna have to go to the city now and talk to them and say, hey, is this home able to be rezoned where you can put a 4-plex in here or an 8-plex in here? If so, man, that opens up doors. I want to get passive income. Me and Mark are always investing in passive income. And so if there's a way that we can turn this investment into a much better investment, right across the street, there are 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartments. There's about 8 of them. Each one we just learned from the neighbor, because I haven't talked to the apartment owner. We just learned from the neighbor, which is a huge tip, that each one of those units, they're renting for $1,100. A little over $9,000 of income is coming in from that little 8-plex over there. If you can do that here, now the numbers start to make sense. But keeping this just as a rental as is, because we bought it at $272, it won't bring the cash flow that we're looking for to make it work to rent this out, because it may only rent for $1,500 or $1,600. So we know we're not gonna keep it as a rental. We may fix and flip it, or we may find out after the city that we have an incredible investment on our hands, and we might be putting like a 4-plex or an 8-plex on this property. So we will keep you in touch. We're gonna do a recap on this video, because at this moment, I don't know. But I also want you to know it's okay. We need to slow down sometimes. You don't have to have the answer always just like that. Take time and really find out what is your best exit strategy. And if you do that, you'll really capitalize on what your ROI, your return on your investment, can be. If this indeed can be an 8-plex, we literally just came across an incredible investment opportunity that will help our passive income grow to levels that we have always wanted to do. So that's the beautiful thing about wholesaling. There's not one way to do it. There's so many different exit strategies, but now as you get seasoned and as you're getting consistent deals month after month, you'll realize that wholesaling just brings opportunity your way. It's no longer just simply assigning contracts. It's no longer just simply double closing and selling to an investor. You have multiple opportunities as you get more and more seasoned in wholesaling. Why do I love wholesaling? Because it produces opportunity. If you want more opportunity, get involved in wholesaling. Get out there, get uncomfortable, take action, and you will find little golden gems just like this one that can turn into massive opportunity. Hope you guys have learned quite a bit from this video. I hope you learned that even I am not an expert at everything. I come across deals where I'm like, golly, I don't know what to do. What should I do with this? What's my best ROI? But I want you to know that is okay. Slow down, go talk to the city, talk to more neighbors, find your best exit strategy and move forward. As you do that, you're gonna get your best ROI, your return on investment. Now down below, I want you to share stories. Share a comment where you have come across a deal and you're like, I don't know what to do with it. Maybe it's something that I have come across the same situation that I can be able to help you guys. So get vulnerable with me. Share the things you don't know. It's okay. I'm not an expert at everything. There's times when I don't know what I'm doing. Share below a time where you don't know what you're doing, or maybe even right now a deal that you have that you don't know what to do with it, so that I can comment in and we can keep this community going. Also, while you're here, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so it alerts you to let you know when we put fresh new content up, and I'll see each one of you on our next YouTube video. Take care, guys.